Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, they asking how I'm doing. It's right up in a whip, yeah, I hit it, now I'm moving.
Inside wrestling practice, let's get it.
Why do you still suck? What's up, party people? Cayden, Henschel, it's Joe Bayala live on the mic. What's poppin'?
Can you record like just a freeze frame, just like stand right here? Yeah, come here. Yeah, you wanna do that? I'm sure we got it.
Like a million frames per second on this. I'm sure one of those frames is good. One of those frames is good. Just like this one. Oh yeah. Who is that dude?
Oh my God.
That's hard work. He thinks he's playing, but
Practice has been, really fun lately. A ton of alumni have been coming in. If you guys just saw in there, Job's back for some practices, and we got Dan the Determined. So he's actually in the UFC. He was a former Parkside wrestler. He's actually going to be the next guest on the Clash of Combat podcast. And when it's summertime and, there's really no, especially tournaments for me. I know you guys, maybe if you guys are in high school or even younger than that, you guys are going to Fargo. That's super exciting. That is to look forward to the next 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I've been getting a lot of messages, people saying like, Cayden, are you going to be at Fargo? No, unfortunately not. But going back to what I was talking earlier, I actually have something I'm actually training for. Now, of course, I have 2 more years of college. Yes, I'm training for that, but in the upcoming events, as in the next couple weeks. In my next video, I'm going to be making an announcement of my next wrestling match versus one opponent. If you guys know Stalemates Wrestling, look them up on YouTube if you don't already know them. But they've been putting on this event every year, and it's a super cool, super fun opportunity for different wrestlers to go wrestle each other, even the guys who are graduated, haven't wrestled in forever. But I'm not going to talk too much about it because this whole video, you're going to understand. But man, it is pretty darn crazy. So get ready for August 5th. And you guys know I'm always repping Barbell Apparel. Now the 30% off sale is actually ending soon, so do not miss out on this opportunity. Barbell Apparel is here to keep your training on track with up to 30% off all their performance-driven line clothing. Their lightweight and durable fabrics are engineered to keep you cool and performing at your highest level. Join Barbell's community of athletes who make no excuses and settle for nothing less than the best. This, of course, backed by a 365-day guarantee, so if anything happens, get a replacement. All that's linked in the description. Now, if you didn't see any of my shorts recently, I kind of leaked our next guest on the podcast, which if you guys picked up, it's going to be Spencer Lee. Now, this is the first time he's actually, sat down with anyone, had a podcast since the Barstool Wrestling interview, which Barstool Wrestling really hasn't done anything really like since that interview. So like the questions that we asked, the conversations we had were amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see. And that will be released not this Monday, because that's the Dan the Determined podcast, but the next Monday. And lastly, I wanted to talk about something that I feel like I have the need to talk about because it is a massive problem. So the other day I went to the movie theater and we watched The Sound of Freedom. So if you guys don't know about The Sound of Freedom, it's literally a real life story of literally the horrifics of child trafficking. And I encourage you to watch the movie. Like I wasn't excited to watch the movie. I'm not excited about it now because it's such a disgusting thing that's even in the minds of anyone to be like, oh, let's make this movie. But it's a real thing that happens. Like the point is, you have to be aware of what is actually going on in order to make a difference. And it's like, it's so sad too, because it's like, it's so political talking about it, but there is no way, shape, or form that is political. It is literally good versus evil. And I really do encourage you guys to look into it. Please watch the movie. I'm not getting paid to say that. It's literally just the right thing you should do. Everyone should be aware of this problem, and whether your actions are to be looking out for in the future or even donating to these programs or whatever that may be, but ultimately it is to share the idea that God's children are not for sale. I hope you guys are all doing well. Do something nice for one another. If you guys are going off to Fargo, good luck. Tell me what weight you're wrestling. I'm going to be keeping track on Flow. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the patrons, and we'll see you guys next video.